Welcome to This is Futbol. Bienvenidos a This is Futbol. Gentlemen, another Tuesday. It's good to be back with you fellas, man. It is really good to be back. How have you guys been, man? There's been a lot that has been gone on since we've gotten together.
Amazing. What a weekend. What a
I know,
weekend.
I know, Nico. I know Nico's had an amazing week and an amazing weekend.
I wish I had what Jamie Carragher had today on his show. A 7-Up. A 7-Up. But unfortunately, I couldn't find one in my house.
Hey, we have any United fans watching today? Siete.
I mean, Phil told us at the press conference, hey, make sure you watch Liverpool Manchester United tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I told him, I asked him, who do you think is gonna win? And no me dijo nada. So you know,
No, of course.
I mean,
Of course.
7-0, bro. That's rough, bro. I know in the group chat it's been kind of rough for the United fans, you know? It's been rough.
Yeah, hey, we get a little banter nowadays,
Yeah.
Liverpool hasn't been the same, this season, with a lot of injuries and a lot of inconsistencies of play, but it's nice to have a nice little result, to boost the
It's fun when you beat the little clubs in the league,
rivals. They're not little club. You can't say little club.
Yes, I can.
You gotta respect it.
I mean, hold on.
No,
when you haven't been relevant, like really relevant, and won a major trophy in I don't know what, more than 10 years.
He's gonna tell you one thing. He's gonna tell you 3 words right now.
It is
Say
what
it,
it is,
Socio.
man.
Say it, Socio. Those 3 words.
You guys guess it? Top of the league.
Oh,
and not
cool.
only Arsenal. Not only Arsenal. Y otro equipito también. We'll get into that a little bit later, though.
And that's gonna bring us actually into
Shout
the
out to my boy
moments
Juan,
of the weekend.
Loyal watcher.
I don't even want to get into the topics of the day, Nico. I want to get straight into the moments of the weekend. Thank you. Because we all agree on what the moment of the weekend was, right?
Definitely.
Wow, we all had the
Yeah.
same video.
All right, man.
That's crazy.
Hey, guy
Play
in
it
the
up.
truck.
Play it up.
Guy in the truck, play it.
Roll it.
What's up, guy?
Despertate, productor, despertate.
Hey, bro.
Go ahead.
Wake him up. Let me wake him up. Hey, yo, put the video on.
O Robert Taylor, no. Ahí, ese, ¿quién es? ¡Golazo! ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡Taylor! ¡Gol! ¡Taylor! ¡Gol!
All right, guys. I figured out what happened there. Apparently, the guy that was running the production is the same guy that was doing the camera work for us at the Inter Miami game this weekend. So,
Makes sense. You got
so I mean, it all makes sense. But hey, moment of the weekend, guys. I mean, I saw both of your reactions. I
It's
was at the
fantastic.
game. I was at the game. I can tell you
It's
how it was to
fantastic.
live it. How was it to watch it at home, on the couch?
Nico, go, because I'm not going to lie to you. I was at Okeechobee and I didn't see it.
honestly, it wasn't just the goal. I think overall the performance was almost a 10 out of 10. I would probably say 9.5 out of 10. It's something that we've been expecting for a long time. And obviously that goal, is the cherry on top of the game that the guys played. Because when you watch back the game, the way that everyone hustled, the way that everyone desired the ball, the way that we attacked, the way that we actually went forward to the game, like we actually didn't play how we've played, on previous seasons where, we just lay back, wait for those teams to attack, and then we actually try to create chances. No, we went straight to the Bulls' head. We attacked them from the get-go, and that's what we want to see as Inter Miami fans, honestly. Players like Gregory, players like Mota playing on a high level. You want to see that. And also you want to see a player like Rodolfo Pizarro that he took a lot of slander, in previous seasons. And he actually made the MLS Players of the Week. So,
Well, I mean, I heard, the rumblings are saying that he's having a little bit more fun this season, than he has in prior seasons playing with Inter Miami. So I'm glad for him that he's having that fun. And really, I'm having fun going to the games, Nikos and Socio. So I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm super happy that we're 2-0. I'm sure there's a lot of people that probably don't believe that.
Top of the league, Inter
But yeah,
Miami.
man. Top of the league, bro. Top of the league,
Top of the
Nico.
league, man. Top of the league, definitely. And honestly, I saw a few power rankings come out from like different writers, all around from MLS experts. And man, they start doubting Inter Miami, man. They don't even have us in the top 10 after
Hey, but who cares?
Bro,
Who cares?
hater.
Who cares? We're
Yeah.
2-0. We're 2-0.
Yeah, hey, hold it.
man.
I agree
I
with
don't
that.
know.
Everybody's going off on Twitter. I'm not gonna mention names ahí de gente, little haters and stuff. We're not in the rankings. ¿Qué me importa? I would rather be 15th and make a good season.
No,
be
definitely, of
up
course.
ranking and then no llegar and be the laughing stock.
No,
We're
of course,
good
of
the way
course.
we
You
are,
want
bro.
to see,
Count
you
us
want to see
out.
that
Count
too.
us out. Count us
That
out.
too. But you also want to get recognition from other people, because
Yeah, but they won't give it to us in 2 games. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's a fluke." I saw in the rankings they still had Philly as a favorite, even though they lost after us. They're like, "Oh, it was a lucky win." Blah blah blah.
Talking about Philly, they're playing right now and they're tied at halftime.
They're playing against our Sunday league team that we used to play in. El Pájaro y todo eso. Y van 0-0. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And since we're still on the topic, shout out to Haiti. Shout out to Violette. Violette. 3-0 Austin.
Man, talk about the MLS starting off on the wrong foot on the CONCACAF Champions League, dude.
Absolutely. But I don't want to get into that, those topics yet. We do want to get into CONCACAF Champions League because, we're in the quarterfinals now. But let's hang on a little bit. Let's hang on. There's a little something I want to get into. Let's slow down. Nico's, Nico's been throwing some stuff, around the last few days, and it's really gotten, I think everybody going a little crazy, and I just want you to let us know, man, what's going on.
Us clickbaiters, y no sé qué.
So before we get to that topic, I want to call out all our fans. If you want to comment, comment on the post on the YouTube. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know what you think about Inter Miami as well. We want to share your thoughts.
Especially if you disagree, please. We love healthy debates. This is what this is for, to give you guys a voice, get everybody's opinion out there. Don't be afraid.
So this week, I was going back and forth with one of my good friends, one of my colleagues that I'm not gonna give out his name because I don't want to kill my source. But he actually played in La Masia. And he's in good contacts with one of the players that we're going to talk about, primarily Sergio Busquets. The news that we have from our sources tell us that Busquets has a meeting at the end of this week with Barcelona directives because he has not received.
Look at that, bro. Look, you're already making me cry, bro. You talked about Sergio Busquets to Inter Miami. You're making me cry. I wish I could get closer to the camera so everybody could see. Look,
I see.
Look, bro.
See.
Keep going.
Not yet. Get excited yet. Don't get excited just yet. I'm not gonna be like everyone else saying, "Oh, my sources tell me that it's a done deal," because it's not a done deal. It's not a done deal. I'm gonna say that straight out. What we know from our end is that he has a meeting with Barcelona directives with Laporta directly, either between Thursday or Friday, where he's gonna sit down with them, and they're gonna more or less give him a contract extension. Now, this contract extension, he's obviously not gonna get the money that he makes now. Sergio Busquets makes about 12 to 15 million a season, so Barcelona cannot make that effort. Barcelona is over the cap by $200 million.
Yeah, they're basically almost bankrupt, right?
Not only are they bankrupt, they cannot sign players and sign them up to play in the La Liga.
That's correct.
Because Tebas made a cap, and that cap cannot be surpassed. And Barcelona is already surpassing for next season over $200 million. So it's a little bit tricky for them.
Don Cafecito. Papá, they broke.
By the way, before you go on, it was really, really nice to meet Don Cafecito out at the stadium today. It's honestly, it's nice to meet everybody out there at the stadium. So if you see any one of us around there, man, say what's up, say hi. Let's talk some football out there. We all got opinions. So let's keep talking the Busquets, Nico, because I want to keep crying.
So this meeting is going to take place at the end of the week. The player already knows that Barcelona cannot give him the money that he wants. Number one. Number two, the player is very keen on leaving Barcelona at the end of the season, not only because of money, but also because he wants to try something different. He's lived in Barcelona all his life. He wants to take his kids elsewhere. And he already has 2 offers on the table. The first offer, we all know, it's been everywhere. Inter Miami is one of the teams that has offered him. He's very interested in that. And the second offer that he has is from Saudi Arabia. Cristiano Ronaldo's team has made an offer to him. They're willing to pay him $10 million a season to go.
My uncles don't play, yo. My uncles don't play.
Now, here's the tricky part. And this is where my source comes in. The player does not want to go to Saudi Arabia. He does not want to take his family to Saudi Arabia. So his options are either he gets the money that he wants from Barcelona, which is very, very unlikely, or Inter Miami. Now, if he comes to Inter Miami, we're looking at a DP spot, and we're looking at a player that should be making roughly 5 to 6 million a year.
Messi para Peñarol.
So those are the news. Nothing has changed over the fact that Inter Miami has already made an offer. What has changed is the fact that the player actually has the first meeting with the club, with his current club, to actually decide whether they give him an offer, whether they put an offer on the table or not.
Yeah, and I saw that news on Twitter, Nico, come out today actually that he was going to meet with the club and that what his club or what his camp expects. Oh man,
Look
at
me
excited. Don't get me excited, but
you guys imagine those 2 next season playing together? How do we look?
But hold on, but why next season?
Some people are even doubting, like, why are we bringing him?
Hold on, why next season? Because I want to ask you. Hold on, I want to continue on this talk, and of course, this is all speculation. At this point, this is all speculation. We're leaving our sources and all that. This is all speculation.
Clickbait, como dicen por ahí.
Let's make this clear. But would Sergi Busquets just come, by himself, or would he bring Messi with him, knowing that Messi's contract is up at the end of the year as well, and he's in negotiations, back and forth. At first we heard it was confirmed, then now we heard it's not confirmed, and he's still back in negotiations with PSG. So, could that dream of, put that picture back up? Could that happen? I mean,
we do know a fact. We do know a fact that they're very, very good friends. As a matter of fact, them and Suarez and I think Fabregas also, they travel together all the time on vacation. They're very, very close. The wives are very, very close. So we do know that fact. As a matter of fact, So let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure Messi and Busquets have talked about this. It's not something new.
Sure, bro.
It's not something new. And honestly, those are the type of players that want to change in their lifetime. Like they've been in Europe, they've been in a place like Barcelona all their life. And they want to try something different. And I don't blame them for that, honestly.
Over here, not Messi, because Messi, unfortunately, if he goes out, he's gonna get mobbed. But I think Sergio could live out here, tranquilo, with his family, go out to Aventura, go out to the falls, come with me to Wynwood, spark one up.
These guys are not going to Aventura, bro. These guys are going about Harbor. These guys are going to Brickell City Center.
Go to all these places. Nobody's gonna. Nadie lo va a joder. No one's gonna try him.
I mean,
no one's gonna try him.
I mean, if you want, bro, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when they're out there, man. I got you.
Okay, you have Mrs. Forbes on your hand now. You
But going back to that, now here's a tricky situation, because obviously, as a player, we all know the qualities that Sergio Busquets can bring, to the table. Now, there's been a lot of speculations about does he fit in the team or does he not? And honestly, to be able to bring that style of player, number one, number two, all the credibility that he brings with him, is not just a player that has won Champions League. No, he's pretty much changed the position. The position that he plays. Players nowadays look up to him to actually play that position in that style.
Right.
So to be able to bring a player like that at the age of 34, which I think he still has the legs. It's not like we're bringing a player like Frank Lampard or Steven Gerrard, where they had 600 games on their career and they were a different style of player. They played in the UPL.
He just finished starting for Spain in the World Cup. I mean, and he's been playing, game to game for Barcelona, and the guy is like, he's almost a machine. I mean, God forbid, knock on wood, the guy doesn't get hurt or anything. But look, Busquets has shown time and time again that he could be, and look, Mauro said it a little bit earlier. I actually saw the video where Riquelme said, Busquets is the 5 that changed the game. Busquets is the 5 that became that made the 5 become a 10. That made the 5 become the player who needs to distribute and touch and tiki-taka. Where did the tiki-taka start from? Everybody talks about Xavi. Everybody talks about Iniesta, who deserve all the respect in the world. Everybody talks about Messi. Hey, but who was El Eje in there?
He was that pivot. He was that pivot in the midfield. If he gets every time he will get the ball, he will get the ball from the defenders. So,
exactly.
So he's that first link to the rest of those magician players.
And he can be that for us, or if he comes here, you can continue to have Gregory stay in that role, and he can play a little higher because he has that ability to play like almost with the abilities of a 10. So. I'm not gonna lie, man. You're getting me really excited. I might have to get a La Noche jersey, with a 5.
Isn't it a coincidence that the number 10 and the number 5 have not been assigned to any player in the team?
I mean, I don't think that.
Yeah, could be, right?
I mean, it could be.
I disagree with what G put in the chat.
Whoa, se fue socio.
Oh, looks like it's socio. He disagrees with somebody and he doesn't like it. He leaves.
I told him to change his internet, and he didn't change his internet. He's still on AOL. He's still on AOL.
He's still on AOL. In a second, you're gonna hear. Then maybe he'll pop up again.
But going back to that, Danny.
Let's keep talking.
Let's keep talking until socio gets back on. What you said about Gregory and Mota, they've been playing fantastic, but at the same time, you're bringing a world-class player. I'm sorry, Gregory. I'm sorry, Mota, but when you bring a player like that, unfortunately, you're gonna have to ride the bench. You're gonna have to ride the bench.
Look, I'll tell you something that I've been adamant about, and Nico, you can back me up on this. The one thing I've been saying for the last 3 seasons is I haven't seen our center midfielder drop back in between our 2 center backs to receive a ball and come out. And I saw Gregory do that, I want to say 6 or 7 times just on Saturday. And I told Mauro, I kept telling Mauro, man, this is incredible. Like, this is another team. Like, what's going on? I'm not gonna lie. I like, it's almost like, the winter happened, and then these guys went into some machine or whatever, and something just happened. I don't know what happened. Like, but they're playing great, man. I can't deny it. Look, even Sergi Christoph. Hey, we got to come up with a song for him. We got to come up with some, Sergi Christoph.
Oh, now you're hyped. Now you're hyped,
like, bro.
Now you're hyped.
Hey, I'm hyped because he's playing good.
Horrible.
But
Horrible.
look. At the end of the day,
At
the end of the day, business wise, it's not a great signing. But hey, he's shutting me up, and I can't talk crap about it, man. He's shutting me up. He's playing great.
And those
it is what it is.
And those are the time. Honestly, this season, Inter Miami, you got to give a lot of credit to Chris Henderson, man, because Inter Miami is doing it the right way. Inter Miami is doing it the right way because you sign. Those are the type of signings that you need in order for you to bring the playmakers or the players that are going to make the difference. Midfield up. Those DP spots you save for the players like Sergio Busquets. You save those spots for a player like Lionel Messi or
game changers.
Else.
Game changers.
Of course. Absolutely. I mean, although right now our DPs, if you really want to talk about it, are Gregory, are Rodolfo Pizarro, and the young DP spot is being taken up by Campana. So something's gonna have to be done there, and we've already talked about it, that we have some TAM or some GAM to buy down Gregory, his contract, to make him a non-DP, and then our good old friend Donnie Garber, made up the old we like to call it the Joker rule, so that we can sign Pizarro out of his contract in the middle of the year. And that will open up the two DP spots that we need for the 10 and the 5 jerseys that you keep talking about. But
and going back to it, I'm sorry, but it's the reality. If Pizarro, even if Pizarro's playing great, unfortunately, if you have the chance to bring those two players in,
you can't say no.
You can't say no. You can't say no.
And then people saying, "Oh, how does Busquets slot in? What do you mean? How does Busquets slot in? How does he play with these people? How does Gregory and these people play with Busquets?"
There you go. There you go. That's
going back to
what
what G said before my lights went out and all that, saying, "Oh, I don't see him fitting in. I don't see him fitting in." Vos porque sos terco. No sabes jugar al fútbol, G. But to say that Busquets is gonna come here and not know what to do.
Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Look, that's something I do want to talk about, because there's been a lot of back and forth between La Familia, Inter, or Inter Miami Twitter, or whatever you want to call it. There's been a lot of back and forth where people are like, I don't want Sergio Busquets. He's gonna ruin the chemistry. Like, you guys are talking about it. Like, what? Like, bro.
I agree with Cafecito. We bring in Busquets, sacame a Pizarrín.
No,
he's balling and everything. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was mad hyped when he got here. I thought I was like, "Yo, Pizarro's gonna come. La va a pisar, me va a tirar caños." But buy him down.
Look, he's also been playing well this season. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this.
It's 2 games.
A lot of that. Hold on. A lot of that credit has to go to one guy that Socio and I have been talking a lot about, and that's our boy who we want to get him on the show. We were hoping we get him on the show in a future show here, but that's Franco Negri.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Phil Neville.
Oh, see, I thought so too. No, that's not my boy. I had to block him on the phone. He was
Phil. No, I didn't get to ask Phil a question, but maybe next time. But honestly,
the jersey and name I get first, bro. Hey,
Negri. Hey, how great is he playing?
He fixed a lot of the issues defensively.
That's so sick.
Absolutely. We have somebody to come out with on the left-hand side now.
Yes.
Before. And when he got hurt, did you notice that left side kind of got stale? I mean, McVay gives us something good defensively, right? Gives us something good defensively. But he doesn't give us much of an outlet to go, to kind of attack down that left-hand side. So when Negri goes down, that left side goes kind of stale. All of a sudden, the whole game goes stale, and then boom, 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 goal, and the whole game changes. And then, like Phil said in his press conference, it was he thought about going to 3 in the back, and eventually he did go to 3 in the back, and he had Taylor on that left flank. So, hey, Phil, A+ to Phil, man. 2 games in a row, he's done the
coach of the week. Coach of the week.
Well deserved. He deserves it. As much shit as I give him. Gotta give him his flowers. These last 2 games, he's been doing well.
Off-season, you can clearly tell that he worked on the off-season.
Hey, do you think
not just with the directives, choosing the right players to sign? Because as of now, we can say that the signings have helped the team a lot.
Very, very
a lot.
Yeah. So look, and I'll go out and say this.
Not only in that aspect, but also with other players that we kind of saw, little here and there from certain players, like for example, Coco Jean had shown a little bit more or less. Jan Mota as well, but this season they're a complete different team. The players have so much confidence in them, and that's the work in off season, man. Honestly, that's a work in off season.
I mean, that goal by Coco
Jean. If we continue doing this well, we re-sign Phil Neville. That's my only fear. As messed up as that sounds.
Can I tell you something, Socio?
What would you do? Let's say the guy makes playoffs again, and the team doesn't get the 6th spot. He gets maybe 5th, 4th, or 3rd. We don't know, or maybe 1st or 2nd. Who knows? But he gets higher than 6th. What do you do with a guy like that? He's constantly gotten the team to a better position. So
I'd still fire him.
You gotta sign him.
I'd still fire him.
You gotta sign
Him
him,
and
man. You can't
Beckham.
do
Him
that.
and Beckham. They both can go. Him and Beckham.
I don't know,
Go
man.
take Harry Neville and ¿cómo que se llama? Romeo to Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, talking about coaches. I got another
Friggin' Pep
little
dice
news.
el otro. Para.
I got another news, but we're gonna talk about that a little later on.
Yeah, we will.
It's U.S. national team.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, you actually told me earlier, and when you told me, honestly, I couldn't believe it. And you're like,
gee, Bielsa
hey, how
would
do you
be
feel about
rowdy.
this? And I was like, oof, if this guy comes, oof, watch out for the USA 2026.
Yeah.
That's what
But
I'm
like Mauro said on the chat right now, it's only been two games, guys. So we're all excited, and rightly so. Because we can get excited because the team hasn't been giving us so much to be excited about. Yeah, we made playoffs, but we then lost to New York City FC, and we lost really bad, by the way. But to be able to start the season with 6 points, it's something to be very excited about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think they showed a stat where the last 3 seasons, I think one of the seasons it took us 10 games to get to 6 points. 10 games. Yeah. We're at 6 points in 2 games.
Bro,
I mean,
and Nico went to probably the worst run in Inter Miami history. Went to 4 straight games, and each scoreline got worse. 1-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5 viejo. So it's good where we're at right now, bro. I'm happy, man.
I'm happy, man, but I'm not drinking that pink Kool-Aid yet. So.
Oh no, same. I still wish the stadium was cooler.
Is that what you used to drink? No. What was it that you?
I used to drink
the pink Kool-Aid.
Pink Kool-Aid. That's how I used to drink.
That's crazy that people never knew about these flavors, bro.
Yeah, man. How could you not know about watermelon? I mean, watermelon Kool-Aid.
That's a good thing. But the other day you said something on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh my god, man!"
Actually, I'm so glad that you brought that up. I'm so glad.
This guy eats Oreos.
So glad, bro. So glad. Bro.
Lemon Oreos, dude.
So glad, bro.
Lemon Oreos.
So glad, bro.
I don't know.
So glad.
Who eats that, dude?
And encima the thins.
Who eats lemon Oreos?
Fucking Kardashian. Oreo thins. ¿Quién saw? Get the double stuffed.
Hey, that's
double stuff,
bro. That's
calories.
Double stuff. You eat the double stuff. That's why I go around you on the field, bro. That's why.
Yeah, around me. That's it. En una silla rueda se da in a wheelchair.
No seas malo. Yeah, these are fire, bro.
Tell him, Don Cafecito. Who eats lemon Oreo thins?
Honestly, the only person that I would take any type of food advice from, the only person is Inter Miami Hub, bro. That's the only guy I would take any food advice from, bro.
Inter Miami.
Hey, shout out to Inter Miami Hub, even though he was trying to take my job.
He's there, bro. He's there. I see him.
By the way, so this weekend.
I love 10, you, right?
To close out the Inter Miami talk, we got a game this weekend. Do you guys think we go with the same lineup?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why change?
Absolutely.
Keep going.
Yeah. Unless there's any injuries during the week. I don't, man.
Skim milk, Don Cafecito. Almond milk.
I hate milk, bro, but I got something good in here, man.
He's the type that would drink oat milk. I think,
sí, right? Danny Kardashian le vamos a poner ahora.
I don't drink milk, man. I didn't like milk when I was young.
No.
Never liked milk, man.
That's why you got weak bones.
So we go with the same lineup.
Same lineup, man.
You have to.
Yeah, man.
You know what I was surprised about? I was surprised that they had no updates on Campana. And that's kind of worrying because his injury wasn't an injury where you can say, he made the effort in the game or in training. It was literally during warm-up.
Well,
he got hurt during warm-up.
To take one of my favorite words, the team has been very obscure with Campana's injury, haven't they? I mean,
they haven't
if you
said
really
anything
think
about
it, all they've released about the team, or the team has released about him is that it was a calf injury and he's week to week, and he might be able to play, but that's all we hear. And then he had a kind of like a cryptic post, a week ago or something that I think even Michelle Kaufman might have mentioned it, or somebody might have tweeted about it, but it was a cryptic post or something like that.
Sí,
so
his little
I don't know.
IG,
It's just a little weird. The other thing that was weird was that I thought it was weird. Nobody asked Phil Neville what happened to Franco Negri. after the game.
You're not allowed to.
I mean, I never under. What do you mean you're not allowed?
What do you
to?
mean you're not allowed to?
What do you mean?
Those
What do you mean?
questions
I'm
that-
sorry.
as a reporter,
Yeah.
those are questions that you have to ask.
Of course,
but I'm saying in the
as a
sense that
reporter,
they
that is the
probably
first
don't
question you
want-
ask.
Yeah,
The
but
first
they probably
question-
were probably someone had it, and they're like, no. Don't
The first thing I would have done, is said,
What you said.
I would have said my name. I would have said my name, and I would have said, congrats, Phil. Congrats for being on the first coach to go 2-0 in Inter Miami history.
Can you
And
give
I
us
would've
updates? Yeah.
And then the other thing I would have said was that was a heck of a move that he did with those shoes on. Did you guys catch that move that he did? The ball came at him.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he stopped it right on the dime.
Yeah.
And then after that, I would have asked him.
So-
After all that, I want to know how Franco Negri is, man. Now that we celebrated, how's the guy that went down, man? It looked like he went down kind of bad. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird that the local media didn't.
Yeah,
ask
he
about
walked to the sidelines though, so I feel like he was okay. I didn't see any major issues with Franco Negri. Although if Franco Negri doesn't play this weekend, then you bring in.
I'm gonna be worried. I'm gonna be a little worried.
You bring in Sailor.
You bring Kieran Gibbs off of the announcing table for Apple, and you put him on.
No way, man. No way.
Bro, I was so
Absolutely
hyped for Kieran Gibbs. Man, but que muerto que es, dog.
not. Arsenal, what do you expect, dude?
Relax, top of the league, but more respect.
We're gonna get to that. Hold on, we're gonna get to that. So
yeah. So you don't, if you don't have Negri, then you go ahead and you bring.
you don't have
McGregor.
Negri, you don't have Allen. They're gonna end up, like you said, bringing in Sailor and putting McVay at left back, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. I mean, and at that point, you're probably gonna see Pizarro get exposed if that happens, because he won't have Negri backing him up. He won't have kind of like that attacking player to help him out to play that those 1-2s.
When do you guys think that we should start worrying about Joseph Martinez not scoring goals? What if he goes on a 5-game scoreless streak? Do we start worrying about that?
The only one that's worried
Me and
about
him
this
are
is
built
you,
the
who
same, bro.
predicted it 15
Yeah.
goals. You're the only one that's worried, man.
That's exactly why.
That's exactly why I
Do we
bring the
worry?
topic up.
Guys, do we worry?
Look,
You're worried.
look,
Exactly why I bring the topic out.
That's exactly why you brought the topic. Look, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. As long
Yeah.
as we keep winning, it doesn't matter what he's doing,
Yeah,
because
bro.
to me, what he's doing is fantastic. And I was telling Mauro while we were at the game, look how he takes 2 and 3 defenders. and he
Defenders
allows
have to
the
worry
other guys
about
to
him.
get
He's
in.
off the ball movement y todo eso.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
dude. He doesn't need to
unbelievable.
score.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. No. What he does, and look, I'm gonna compare him to one of my most ever favorite players, and that's Luis Suarez. But that's what he does. Te arrastra la marca, and that's what he does.
A
for
lot
his
of money,
team. It's
John. That's why.
fantastic. So
15,
Yeah.
20, dijo, seguro. For sure he'll do it.
15 to 20 goals. I
Jo-
said 15 to 20
Joseph
goals.
Martinez is built like me.
He still got what? How many games in the season? 37, 35?
Something like that.
yeah, we got 30 plus games. He's got a lot of time, and like we've been mentioning, we might have some new players come in, so he could get some extra help. So we'll see. But enough about Inter Miami. Let's get into some crazy stuff that happened earlier today in CONCACAF Champions League. So some team who I've never heard of, but
IT.
look,
IT.
I guess Social's heard of them.
IT.
Violet.
Violet.
I guess is the name of it.
Violet.
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 Put three up on Austin today, huh?
Sapase. Shout out to all those. Shout out to all my Asians.
That was really, really bad. Really bad.
Bravo, Violet.
As we watched the highlights, I didn't watch the game because I was in my son's training. But
where are they playing? At Ted Hendricks Stadium?
To come back and to watch the highlights and see the way that Austin FC played.
Oh, hey, highlight that
Very
last message from the famous Solana brother.
Que golazo.
This is the one we tried to hire, but we got stuck with Danny.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's all right, man. That one knows a
Man.
little bit more. That one knows a little bit more about basketball and football.
Fue la luz in the stadium.
That's you see, me and them have the same
Dude,
electric
they were
company.
playing. They were playing in the
That's
Copa
why my video
Latina.
cut off earlier.
What was the
That-
What was the
That's
Copa
what I
Latina
asked, bro.
that we used to
Are they
play?
playing at Ted Hendricks Stadium? That's what it
No,
looks like.
that's at Mylander where Copa Latina used to be playing.
Mylander Park, bro. Yeah,
Allá en Hialeah. So I used to
we
play
played there, bro. We played there.
When does
I
the
agree.
when
I
does
agree.
the MLS start?
Yeah.
When does the
All that
MLS
shit
start
that they
worrying
talked
about
about
this?
Austin FC?
I don't know, man.
MLS
Look,
doesn't give a flying You know what?
Hey, but Nico, the topic that we had for today was really, Liga MX, versus MLS in
It's not
in Champions or
right now.
in
It
CONCACAF
wouldn't
Champions.
even be that. It wouldn't
But
even be that now. Right now.
that was my point. That was what our topic. That's what we wanted to talk about. And then, Socio and me are talking, and he's like, "Oh, Violet won 3-0 against Austin," and I'm like, "What? What the heck, you Violet? Who's Violet?" Hey, how are our boys Alianza doing against
0-0.
against
0-0.
Philadelphia Union?
0-0, minute 75. I have it. I'm watching it here on the split screen. 0-0.
Philadelphia. I'm starting to think that people overhype Philadelphia, man.
Rowdy.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think that.
Yeah. Jim Curtin was really, he was really honest in his press conference with us. He said, my Inter Miami bottled us up. They literally put us in a glove and we couldn't do anything. And that goes out to Phil Neville, man. Phil Neville, his game plan was fantastic. He knew, he studied them. He knew exactly what to do. And he did it. So, my hats off to him. I can't talk about it. So
but going back to the CONCACAF Champions League, I think that the MLS teams are going to start to say, even though Seattle won last year, which was a fantastic win, the way that they were able to beat Pumas at home 3-0 in the second leg of the game. It was a great game.
Like I was a founder.
But Seattle is one of the they're not a founder of the MLS, but they're a well-established team. They're one of the most established clubs, and they know what they play for. Like they know how important this type of tournament is. And I feel like not a lot of MLS teams are taking this tournament seriously. And it's time for them to start taking it seriously, because this tournament makes you win, something, number one, something internationally. Number two, it gives you the opportunity to actually, play against European sides, or, in Seattle's case, when they lost to, what was it, the Egyptian team or the Morocco team?
Right.
In the World Cup.
In the Club World Cup.
I'm a Tigres fan tonight.
But again, like, they gotta start taking this tournament seriously. Honestly, like you can't expect that you're gonna play against teams from Costa Rica, teams from El Salvador, even teams from Haiti, and you're gonna be able to put up a second lineup and be able to come out with a result. Right. Austin right now is against the ropes. They're gonna go back home, and they're obviously gonna have to score 3 or more goals, and it's a hard task to do.
Yeah. But not only that, looking at the bigger picture, MLS teams doing well in the CONCACAF Champions League is going to attract other players to want to come to this league. Like, oh, hey, they're cooking something over there. Let's give it a try. But for now, I think they're just using this as an exposure for the MLS y nada más. They're not really caring for it. Because Austin didn't play with their full squad. Yeah, I went over the lineup. They had like a serious.
Yeah, it was like a mixed team. It was a mixed team. But so I put up the graphic up here. That 10 p.m. game, that Orlando City Tigres game looks nice. Tomorrow there's
Orlando has to worry about the weekend, because they have no chance beating Tigres tonight. They're gonna get absolutely.
I'm a Tigres fan. Vamos Gignac.
But there's a couple other MLS teams involved in some games tomorrow. You got the Vancouver Whitecaps. Playing tomorrow night, and also LAFC playing tomorrow night. What do you guys think about those two games? Do you think they have?
No, I feel like
LAFC could win that game.
And the reason why I feel like LAFC might take this tournament serious is because they already established themselves in the MLS by winning the MLS Cup, and I feel like this is something that they have in their heads. They have in their minds. Winning an international trophy.
Like this is their next. This is the next step.
Correct. That's their next step as a franchise.
Yeah.
And do you think that with the roster that they have right now, do you guys think that they would be able to compete at a World Cup?
They're very thin. They're very thin. LAFC. No? They're very thin.
They think they can, but yeah, someone, Millon brought up a great one. It's the American mindset of worry about your local league instead of international championships, which is very true.
Yeah. That's the MLS model. That's the MLS model. But at some point it kind of has to change, because we as fan, at least myself as an MLS fan, I'm kind of tired of seeing the Mexican teams just pretty much run over the MLS teams, in this type of tournaments,
Yeah.
And we want to see them competing in that aspect, Eventually, I know that this might be like a crazy take. but I would love to see an MLS team playing Copa Libertadores. Be able to go and play.
That'd be fire. La
Be able to go and play in La
Bombonera.
Bombonera, or play against Flamengo, or play against Palmeiras. That would be insane, dude. Like,
That'd be sick.
That'd be
be
incredible,
sick.
honestly.
I'd travel if Inter Miami ever made that something like that.
Absolutely.
No,
That'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful.
I mean, and just to put everybody on notice, we are going to be traveling this year. We're going to be putting something together, the group, where we might go to 1 or 2 games. So we'll definitely let the fans know to see if maybe
Frankie,
we
not on
put
Apple
something
TV.
together with everybody.
CONCACAF,
When he says we,
CONCACAF Champions
he
League.
means himself. As you guys saw earlier, my lights went out. I ain't in that track back to be traveling like that. De lejito. Yo así.
Well, Danny wants to go to the rivalry game, Orlando. And I think
No, but that we should do a little trip. That one's fire.
I think that one is gonna be the whole crew. I think the whole This Is Football crew might be.
Yeah, that one's fire. And I'm not gonna lie, I have beef with an Orlando City fan from like my other Twitter account.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I want to pivot topics now from CONCACAF Champions League to U.S. men's national team, because there's been some talk. I read some tweets yesterday about possibly Onui. What's this guy?
Oguchi
Onyewu or whatever.
Onyewu.
Yeah, that he
supporting
used to play
director.
for us. Yeah, that they're saying that he's gonna be a possible candidate. That he's the leading candidate. I mean, and who is? I mean,
He's not a leading candidate. He's not a leading candidate. Number one, he's
Why is his name out there
he's
like
in
that?
the top. Because he gained a little bit of experience being the sporting director in a team in the second division in Belgium. So they brought up his name. They brought up his name, as they brought up a lot of names. For sporting director.
Nico, why don't you? Do you want me to play a video, or you want to bring up your name, because you have a name that you told
I
me
have a
about,
name, but not for sporting director. I have a name.
No. I'm talking about for coach. Yeah, and I
but-
have a
but-
little video.
But Oguchi Onyewu was brought up for sporting director. He wasn't brought
Run
up.
the clip.
Oh, you want to run the? Oh, okay. So
No. We're gonna talk about this guy. This guy just resigned from his team. He just resigned from his team, and what I've been told is that they've already tried to talk to him and see what his idea might be of maybe coming here or not.
We
Run
got
the
the
clip.
wrong Solana, I'm telling you.
Run the clip.
Ahora sí, run the clip. Grande Alex.
Jose Nestor Peckerman
Peckerman!
is one of the running candidates to be the U.S. men's national team coach. I think it's a fantastic idea, honestly. I think this guy, associated with this Colombia jersey. Yeah. Honestly, this guy gave Colombia so much.
Tráemelo a Peckerman! Y lo
But I think-
botamos,
I
and
think-
look what
I think it
happened,
will-
bro.
I think it will be a fantastic idea. So I've been told that because he resigned, they immediately made a phone call to see if he wants to keep coaching or not.
I mean, to me,
Bring him, bro.
it's a fantastic signing. I think he's proven over and over again that he's fantastic coaching, younger kids, or maybe not kids, but maybe like a younger team. And he did that with a young Colombia team.
Just to answer Frankie, he resigned. Peckerman resigned from Venezuela. He was there for 6 months. He had 7 wins, 1 tie, and 9 losses. He only had one win.
Now.
Yeah, so Venezuela, it's on a tough road ahead.
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with Peckerman. So for me, I think for me, if Peckerman is willing, it's a no-brainer for the U.S. soccer organization. I think he would be fantastic for this team and for this generation of U.S. men's soccer players. So
yeah. Don Cafrito brings out a topic saying that the language barrier might be too much. And
I don't think so.
honestly,
I'll be his translator.
and we spoke about this with Greg Garza the other day when he was in an interview with us. We have the world has changed so much that you have so many players knowing many languages, and those are the ones that can be the bridge to other players. Like how Greg was with Tata Martino and the American players in Atlanta United, and they were very successful then. So I don't think that will be a problem, honestly.
Correct. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Now I'm very interested to see what they would offer Peckerman if they sit down and talk about contracts, because I feel like Peckerman might benefit from being not just the coach but also overseeing the academies aspects and the young guys and the under 20s, the under 17s, and all those.
Absolutely. Looks like Socio lost his light again, so I think I'm gonna have to Venmo him some money. I don't know. What's going on.
I'm telling you, it's an AOL, man.
I'm gonna invite him over to my house on Tuesday, and I'm gonna move it right here, and we're gonna have him right here next to me so he can be with me.
Rent him one of the rooms.
I'll rent him one of my 3 rooms. Yeah, man. Yeah, I will. So, but I don't know, man. Again, talking about Beckham, man, it's a no brainer. So I think, and I think you have to give him everything. If not, I don't think he comes. If not, what I mean, other than saying that he won. Oh, hey, you're back. You got my Venmo. yo, Socio, you got my Venmo?
No, not yet. Hasn't come through. That's why I left.
I got you.
I'm anti MacBooks, bro. This is horrible. I accidentally pressed something and I went back.
We need to give him a GoFund. We need to set up a GoFund. Cafecito said.
Oh, yeah, Cafecito, hook me up, Don.
He's hooked up. He's hooked up to the next door McDonald's Wi-Fi.
No, I'm at Starbucks right now. You guys think this is my room? I'm at Starbucks right now. They're trying to kick me out. Yo, 10 more minutes. Nah, honestly, I don't know what I pressed on this MacBook and I got
What do you think? What do you think about Peckerman, Socio? Because you being Colombian,
fucking genius. The man changed us, and as soon as he left, what happened? We didn't go to the World Cup. Somos unos muertos. Went on a 10-game run. All we needed was a goal. All we needed was 3 points. 3 points and we make the World Cup. Ni eso, parada. Bring me Peckerman. I would love it. And the language barrier, como dijo Don Cafecito, not a problem. Get a translator, and half of these guys play all around the world. They understand Spanish. And again, tactics, boards, videos, pointers, they don't need to talk. Please bring them. I would love it.
And they
we need to go out of the American.
And they need to take advantage of this generation, honestly, because
man.
We saw today, for example, 2 players that I'm glad that they actually, back and playing, even though Pulisic just came back from injury and he only played about 10-15 minutes on the game. It's very important for those players to get playing time, man.
Yeah,
very important for those players to get playing time.
He needs to leave Chelsea, bro.
I mean,
that kid is
Chelsea's
stunting himself.
Man, all they do is just sign players just to sign players. I don't know. They're like the New York Yankees of
it's the Bowley system. That's what happens when you have an American owner.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, hey, my rival wants this guy. Let's pay him double. So he can sit on our bench and do nothing.
Let's
ruin some kid's career. Yeah.
Poor Mudryk. Mudryk's probably wanting to go back to Ukraine to help out in the war than be in Chelsea's lineup, Don. Poor guy, bro. Se está muriendo allá in Chelsea.
It was very important for them to win the game today. And honestly, they deserved it. I think today's game was very, very good game for Chelsea.
No, I agree, but I don't know, man. Chelsea just doesn't convince me. I don't really think they're gonna do anything in the next round. So, I mean, for me, it's just a whatever. Honestly, I kind of like the other game, man. I mean, it's not a surprise, but Benfica 5-1. I mean,
to jump on it, Liverpool's owned by LeBron. Nah. He has like a 0.6% stake. John, relájate. Pasame un poquito de eso. John, estás mal.
Come on, Danny. Going back to that. Come on. They played Club Brugge. Come on,
hey, man. 5-1, man.
Benfica.
Hey, 5-1 in a round.
I'm one of the guys that has put Benfica as a top 5 Champions League teams this season, and I'm not ready to overhype them and say they're at the level of a team like maybe Napolis or Real Madrid or City to be contend, or even Bayern Munich to be contending.
Is there a clear-cut favorite for this year's Champions League? I don't think so.
I think
There's not one team that you're like, oh shoot, be careful.
It's a World Cup, man. The World Cup ruined it. The World Cup ruined, those momentums.
I mean, I'm looking at the teams, and I think because of how the lineups are set up and all that, I think the only favorite, and it's not even like a favorite, but it's really Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich is the
I don't think so, man.
the team to beat.
Watch them lose tomorrow to here. Watch them lose tomorrow right here. Leito
With
tomorrow.
who? With
Leito.
Neymar?
Kylian.
Neymar, what happened? Neymar wanted to go to Carnaval, so his hang on. Me duele, out for 3 months.
Now I
He's
need
going to
surgery.
Carnaval. I forgot he also has to go to the World Series of Poker in June or July, so no wonder, bro. El loco se la sabe todas, and you know what?
Poor guy, man. Give the guy a break, dude. Give the guy a break.
He's gonna catch a huge
Give him a
break.
break. He gets a break every March
He's
since he
gonna go
started
play with
playing.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's gonna go play with Cristiano Ronaldo next year. That's it.
He does not take care of his body. He does not take care of his body, and unfortunately, that's what happens with your ankles.
And look, I heard one of our friends who we had on the show, friends of the show, Tony Kerky. He was talking about it today. On he put out a post today about that, and I did say his name right this time. I learned.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Tony. Huh? So,
shout out to Tony.
But he actually mentioned it today. Could Neymar be going down that same path as like of what happened to Cristiano Ronaldo? I mean, I don't know. I personally think that I don't want to say his career is done, but I just don't think he has anything great left to do or anything.
There's no desire in him.
That's what I'm saying. More. And if there's no desire, then I mean, what's the point? I mean, he might end up going to China or just go to somewhere where they're going to pay you, man. Because, I mean, don't ruin my Champions League games by just going out there and walking. I want to go see some soccer, So,
well, when he plays and when he wants to play,
can walk.
He's a factor.
Nah, he's gross, pero indisciplinado.
Yeah,
like all Brazilians.
Yeah.
Hey,
so tomorrow's
except Kaká.
You mentioned tomorrow's game, Bayern PSG. So obviously, Nico, you have PSG. You think PSG is gonna overturn the?
I think.
Yeah, with Mbappe, 3-1.
The difference now is when Mbappe came in that game on the first leg, he changed the game completely. Bayern was dominating them. They had possession of the game. They actually had the clear chances, and I think they went up. They went up before Mbappe actually got on the game. And as soon as Mbappe got on the game,
they never saw the ball again.
The game flipped. And what happens with not having Neymar is it brings balance to the team. PSG is able to put up a midfielder, to be able to, hold it down for those two guys up top and let them create, let them go on a counterattack. It's going to be very interesting to see who plays on the wings for PSG. I'm interested to see if because I don't think Hakimi's ready to play. So that's going to be a big factor for them. But I do want to see if they put either Bernat or Nuno Mendes on the side to actually be with Mbappe on the left wing.
Hey, speaking of Hakimi, bro, if you ever watch this, bro, just pay for pussy, man. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing? You're such a clown. All that money you got, what are you doing, bro? Come on, dog. And another point, I hope Milan tears up Tottenham tomorrow, bro. Oh, come on, Milan.
I was going to ask about that game. Milan-Tottenham, what do you guys think about that game? Because that's the other game tomorrow.
Milan,
I don't know, man.
For Milan.
Personally, I really don't care. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the Bayern PSG game. I mean, I don't know. This Champions League just doesn't excite me, man. I kind of want to be controversial, bro. I kind of want to bring the Super League back.
You have to.
Well, I was always for the Super League.
Yeah.
You know what you should watch?
The Kings
Thursday,
League, Papa.
12:40 live? Nah. Thursday, 12:45.
Arsenal against Sporting Lisbon.
Europa. That's where the competition is, bro. The Champions League's overrated. Nobody watches
Europa.
A team that got put up 7 goals is playing that tournament.
Por eso, you gotta let los troncos play a little too.
No, but going back to that Milan Tottenham. I don't know, man. I think that Tottenham, they left that first leg alive. A 1-0 down is not.
Alvarito loves that word, mística.
That 1-0 down against Milan is not much, man. And at home, I don't know, man. At home, they can be very strong. They still got Harry Kane. And
Richarlison's gonna score.
And Richarlison's not even gonna play, dude. They gotta play Hume Son, dude.
Muerto.
I don't know what Conte's
Sí,
doing.
mi chino, bro.
What is Conte
Es
thinking he's
racista.
doing, dude? Like, how is he gonna bench Hume Son for Richarlison?
Your best play. Yeah,
That's
bro,
unheard
he's
of.
Brazilian and he does this. Brasilero puto.
So that's something else today, dude.
I don't got energy today, guys. I'm tired. I apologize.
Socio has no energy, but he's insulted
Oh
everybody
man.
that we've talked about. It doesn't matter. Hold on.
Yeah, my bad. That nap didn't help.
My bad. Hold on. Wait. Wait. One more word. Chelsea. Are you gonna insult Chelsea?
Nah, because my boy Alvarito's here and he's happy, so I'm gonna let them slide.
Chelsea's in 10th place en la tabla. Chelsea's in 10th place.
Mid-table team, son of muerto.
Nah, dude, come on, bro. Chelsea.
Yo, half a billion
Don't
spent, and they're
Cafecito
closer
said, bro.
to relegation than the top of the league.
Bro, Don Cafecito said they outspent 3 leagues, bro. They outspent 3 leagues, and they're in 10th place.
Yeah, man, but they're still in the Champions League. They're going to be one of the only English Premier League teams in the Champions League because
And Potter we trust.
if Tottenham loses tomorrow, that's the second one that's going to be out because I don't think Liverpool's going to come back from a 5-2 spanking, especially in El Bernabeu.
En Bernabeu.
Of course, not en la mística del Bernabeu. No,
it will take a miracle.
Alvarito's favorite word.
Absolutely
La
not.
mística del
Yeah,
Bernabeu.
With la mística en el Bernabeu, they might put 7 on you. And then watch out, bro. Then the chat might get a little rowdy.
But real talk. That Liverpool Madrid is gonna be rowdy. Right now, Liverpool tiene así la pija.
They got nothing to lose.
7-0. Yeah, you got nothing to lose, bro.
Well,
they're gonna go high. That game's gonna be
takes
rowdy.
me back to that Liverpool Barcelona series a few years ago, whatever. That everybody was like, "Oh, Barca went in, was going to Anfield. I think it was 4-0 or 3-0."
That's a big difference. That's a big difference. That
it's away, it's not home. I understand that, but like Socio said, you're coming off of beating,
rowdy,
one of your bigger rivals 7-0. You have absolutely nothing to lose. You're down 3 goals. You just got to go for it, man.
Yeah. And they made a lot of errors in the first. If you see the first game, they made a lot of errors, and they were like unforced, Half of at least 4 of the goals. At least 4 of those goals.
My bad. I gotta interact with the people in the comments. My bad. Shut up. Mauro, después te digo cómo la tengo. You were saying, my bad.
Like I said, 4 of those goals were absolutely errors made by Liverpool.
A ver, ahora cómo la tenés, Socio, ¿cómo la tenés ahora? ¿Ahora?
Chirrincha así, mira, half mast.
All right. So no, but getting back to the topic. So
I'm gonna give you guys a little trivia. And you guys are gonna take this right away. You guys are gonna know this right away. When Liverpool won that epic final, when they were down 3 goals and they only had 45 minutes to come back, and they came back. Guess who the coach was for the opposing team?
Istanbul.
Liverpool versus Milan. Who was the Milan's coach that year?
Who was Milan's coach that year?
I know the answer, but I'm gonna let the people in the comments respond.
I don't know. We'll let the people in the comments respond because I have no clue.
2005, Liverpool down 3-0 at halftime against Milan. A Milan team.
Whoever gets the answer, I'll give you a shout out on Twitter.
Loaded with talent.
Followers.
Ancelotti?
There you go. Don Cafecito.
Mira, Don Cafecito, grande, papá. You get a shout out.
Carlo Ancelotti.
So you're saying capaz que se caga el Ancelotti.
Puede ser, no sé.
You're hoping.
I don't think so. It's exactly.
That's why he threw that fact.
It's the hope that kills you, right? That's a word.
You're telling me that's my life story, Papa.
Yeah.
That's my life story.
Look, but let's move really, really quickly because we're kind of getting, running out of, up against the hour. Let's move really quickly into Europa League because we have a couple of good games that I want to talk about. Socio mentioned Sporting and Arsenal on Thursday.
Are we seriously going to talk Europa League?
Heck yeah, we are. There's some really good games
talked
here,
about
man.
your shit team getting spanked 5-2. We're gonna talk about the top of the league, Papa.
There's
Hey,
a couple.
producer.
The Europa League is like talking. It's like we're gonna talk about the USL, dude. Come on, who the heck cares about the Europa League?
I care about the
Everybody-
Europa League. Sporting plays Arsenal.
Everybody,
I got
the best team in
Ugarte
England plays in
playing.
Europa League.
And Man United
The
plays
best team in England plays.
Who?
And the worst team in England plays in Europa. ¿Viste?
That's
Okay,
the
what are you gonna
worst
do?
EPL teams, huh?
The best team, by the way, is City, bro. They're gonna take it. I'm sorry to say it, bro.
Vos la tenés adentro, gordo puto.
You want to throw down?
Arsenal's
You want to throw
taking
down
This guy
money?
said something else today.
You want to throw down?
Huh?
You
No,
wanna
I
throw
don't bet.
down?
That goes against my religion. I'm a Muslim. I don't bet. Allah Akbar.
Europa League. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
Hey, para. Hold on. Let me go to the comments because I
three-
haven't said anything. Frankie Fresco. Why you talking shit? Let's go Sporting. So muerto.
He's a Chelsea fan, bro. What do you expect?
I see.
Chelsea fans are gonna.
And I was
be going
respectful and I
against
didn't say anything. I let his chads go in the hey, kick him out. Kick him out. I don't like this negativity on my podcast. Nah, but seriously, there's some good games. You got Man
Look,
United,
man.
Real Betis. Real Betis is playing really well. Really
They
well.
are.
They are. No,
They tied Madrid the other day, and I was watching that game.
Y jugaron
Dude,
muy bien.
They were
really
playing really
well.
Look,
They
you
were
have
toe
and
to
at
toe
their
with them. They
stadium?
were toe to them.
Yeah.
you have Union Berlin playing.
But the first game is in Manchester. The first game is in Manchester.
Hey, you have Union Berlin playing.
Don
They play
Cafecito, I haven't
against.
had my vegetables today, bro.
They play against Union San Gilloise, so they should go through. You know, you have Sevilla, Fenerbahce. That's a great leg. That is a
Roma, Real
great leg.
Sociedad, the special one.
Sevilla is a type of team that it's a very sleeper. You know, in
This is
this
their
round,
tournament. This
you
is
know,
their tournament.
number one, this is a tournament, and number two, they don't talk a lot about them in this rounds, but in the later rounds is when they start.
Sevilla's the Madrid of Europa League, bro.
The only problem I have with Sevilla is their coach.
El flaco.
No, Sampaoli.
El muerto ese. He's still there? Holy crap.
Yeah, he got back.
Yeah, he did. He
And
came back.
John has a point. Juventus. Watch out with Juventus, guys.
Is on
Yeah,
fire. Yeah, about to go to
because
Italy's second division.
It doesn't matter, they're not going to go to second division. Number one, number two, they're not making the Champions League through the league
No.
next year. So this is their only road for them.
Right,
to
they're
actually
gonna
make
throw
it.
all the chips into this. So and they play against Freiburg, which should be a favorable matchup for them.
Yeah, Freiburg's not doing that bad in the league, I think. No?
But look, man, there's a lot of really good teams left in Europa League. You got Leverkusen, you got Shakhtar Donetsk. Again, Sevilla, like Sosa says, Sevilla just dominates Europa League every year. It's almost like just handing the trophy at the end of the year.
Five times champions. They're
It's
the,
crazy,
they're the
man.
team with the most. They're the team with the most Europa League titles.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw you guys two fun stats from this Arsenal Sporting Lisboa. This is the fifth time we played them. We've never lost and we've never conceded against them. Flip side, Sporting have progressed from each of their previous 6 ties against English sides in the knockout stages of the UEFA. Or
The last one I think was against United.
Right.
The last one was against United. I think.
Hey, that was the first time. Hold on. Write this down, bro. That was the first time
Dime.
Sosa ever dropped a stat, like a fact or a stat
On his life.
on This Is Football. There it is, boy. I love it.
Hey, you see,
that's
I'm
work,
here for
man.
people,
Hey,
bro. I'm here for the
that's
people,
a
man.
work, man. I like it, bro. Socio is working
We
behind
put
the
him to
scenes
work,
all the time, bro.
We put him to work.
I like it, bro.
You see, it hurt me the other day where Nico offered my job to a stranger. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me take this a little
Not
bit
a stranger, dude. How is Inter Miami help a stranger, dude?
He's
He
a
wanted to
stranger.
help out.
I
He
don't know
wanted
that
to
guy.
help out.
Nah,
He
that's gonna
wanted
be
to
our
help
chef. That's gonna be our chef. We're gonna have a tailgate, and we're all gonna throw down.
Hey, just for Don Cafecito, Shakhtar Donetsk is not a obscure Ukrainian team.
Sí,
They're
no,
the
come on,
champions
Don
every
Cafecito,
year. I
you
mean,
live under
But you called
rock.
but you called one of their center backs obscure.
Yeah.
Kristoff
He's still
came out of
obscure,
that
bro.
team.
Yeah,
still
he
obscure.
is.
I still
Nobody
stand
ever
behind
heard of him. You heard of him?
Obscure.
Who heard of him?
No, never.
Okay.
You don't
Ni
have
la
to hear
mamá
about
lo
him.
conoce.
The definition of obscure is not being common, not being known to the normal person. He was obscure. The normal person didn't know who he was. So, I mean, and by the way, I've already come out and said he shut my mouth, bro. That guy's a wall back there. It is what it is. So we can move on from that. So I do want to talk one more thing. We got Premier League this
Dale,
weekend.
loco, dale, que nos vamos.
Dale, you got 2-3
No,
minutes.
man,
hurry
but
up.
I just really want to hammer on Chelsea, bro. I don't know
Hey,
why, bro.
shout out
Something
B-Car.
about Chelsea, bro, is that
It's
I
una
don't know
muerta.
why, bro. Something just sits bad, bro. You spend too much money, you're sitting 10th in the table, bro.
Is that what you want to talk
In
about?
Potter we
Chelsea?
trust.
You want to talk about Chelsea again?
Todd
Yeah,
Bowley.
bro.
Is it because we have a lot of followers that are Chelsea fans?
It is, and they like to talk about Chelsea, and I mean, I really don't have a horse in the race, because if my team played in this, in this league, we wouldn't win it, but we'd definitely be in the top 10, no doubt.
Where?
Nacional?
Who's your team?
Nacional finishes in the top 10 for sure.
Where?
Nacional will be playing with
Where?
Wrexham FC.
Right
We'll
here,
be
bro.
playing with
Where?
Wrexham FC.
Well, in what league?
Oh,
In
we
what
believe,
league?
bro. We
In
believe.
what league?
We
Are
believe.
you saying that Nacional will be a top 10 team in the EPL?
Vamos,
Is that what I just heard?
cafecito.
Is that really what I just heard?
That might have been what you just heard.
Vicar, top of the league, papa. Hey, I'm gonna cut all of you off. F Chelsea, F everybody else, F Man United. Yo, this weekend, Reece Nelson. Woo! Y'all should have seen me. I was at Okeechobee, out of my mind, watching the game on the beach like this. Reece Nelson scores. Yo, I did 3 laps around Okeechobee. Fire. What a game.
It
Hablando
was,
de Chelsea, relegation teams. Get out
You
of
guys,
here.
you guys gotta be careful, man. There's been a few games where you guys are, a little iffy, and you guys gotta.
Okay, iffy. The refs are iffy, bro. We should have 3 penalties that game. And I should be 8 points clear against Brentford. They didn't give me a penalty. Fuck that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Chelsea, hey, I'm up for sale, dog. Hey, dog, everybody got a price, papa. Everybody got a price.
All right,
Today's
guys.
price
Well,
is not yesterday's price.
It's close.
Well,
it's close.
well-
It's close.
well, yeah. I really want to close it on Socio's price, bro, because I really don't want to know what his price is. So, on that note,
No churro.
it's
No
always
churro.
good.
No cuanto.
It's always good to
You can
you know,
negotiate.
to share the mics with you guys every Tuesday night. We'll be back on we'll be back on Thursday with a Spanish episode, and we have a special episode that will drop sometime later this week with an MLS player.
MLS player.
With an MLS
That's
player.
right. That's right.
Mira, Don
to be named.
Cafecito está más perdido. We tied. We didn't lose. So muerto.
So stay out, stay out on all of
City-
our
City
social
lost
medias
to
for that. Please don't forget to subscribe on our all of our social medias. Definitely on our
John,
on
un abrazo,
our
papá.
YouTube. Subscribe on
you
our
guys.
YouTube. Hit the little notification
We
icon
have-
so
and
we
we have
let
a-
our videos drop.
We have big news, Danny. We didn't say the big news. We have something.
Hey, we're
upcoming
gonna
for
have
the
merch
fans.
coming soon, my people.
There you go. Socio just
there you go.
announced it. Socio just
Yeah,
announced it.
fuck
So
all
merch,
that build up.
merch
We got
coming
merch
up
for you
soon.
guys soon.
Merch
got
coming
merch.
up. And it's not.
Let me know if you guys want merch with my face on it. Allah Akbar.
Ponemos
Shout out
un
to all my
árabe,
Muslims.
un cualquier árabe.
Shout out to all my Muslims.
One of the Saudi players that beat Argentina. And
Shout
they
out to all
will
my
say- we will say
Muslims.
that it was Socio.
We getting Arab money.
Take
We
it, Danny.
getting
Take it.
Arab money.
All right, bro. For
Love you
this is
guys.
Futbol. This is Solana, Socio, Nico. We love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.